Lesson, lesson, lesson to legacy. My lesson to legacy. The convo, the conversation. Where we get that guapito. For sure. Man, I got one of them ones, man. I'm gonna jump right into it, man. I ain't gonna do no long introduction because his name ring bells through Virginia, man, I'm not even gonna put a state on it. You know what I mean? Like, it rings bells, man. The professor, man, Grandmaster, man, SIFU, man.
Pleasure, good brother. Pleasure to be here. And I thank y'all for inviting
me. No doubt. Foo.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Live. You know what I mean?
Man, good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, man.
Ain't seen you in a minute, man.
Man, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute, man. God, man. God. So how you been?
Blessed, man. You know, just living life on life terms, man. You know, living accordingly the way I was raised. You know, my mother raised a king, not a pawn.
I know that's right.
I mean,
raise a king. Hey, listen, I know a little bit far as about you, like just like street. You know what I mean? I know a lot about you as far as like, you know, the whole bodyguard security thing. But I don't know none of your background. Mm-hmm. I know the stories of like when I first heard your name, it was a story that came through the grapevine that, hey man, that guy catch bullets with his teeth.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit.
And I was like, bullets with his teeth? I said, he on some blue. Listen, but I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna tell you about that story.
Please do.
But I don't know the whole background of really how you grew up. Did you so where did you like actually grow up? You didn't grow up in Virginia or nothing, right?
No, I wasn't raised in Virginia. I was raised in New York City, White Plains, New York. I grew up in Westchester County, the suburbs, but I ran in the 5 boroughs, though.
Right.
You know, that's how I became international on the mic, you know, all the way to Tokyo. Yeah, that's
so where did you, so like, out of all the, like, boroughs, though, where did you, like, rep? Somebody say, like, so you know, would you just say White Plains or you say Bronx? Like,
well, I'm from White Plains. When I would leave school, I would go to the train station. I had it in my book bag. Switch into my camis and my jump boots. I put on my Yankee, turn it to the side, and put my prep clothes in my bag. And I was in Harlem.
So you was running around Harlem?
5 boroughs, not just Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx. You know what I mean? I moved just like the subway moved.
Yeah. So coming up, how did you, like, as far as get into, like, the hip hop security scene, like, because so you didn't play like sports and none of that, right?
Oh man, I was all conference all state Tiger in football. Played football with Pop Warner All-American, all Trojan in junior high school and high school. I could have played for the Crimson Tide, Alabama, but my oldest child was born that was more important than a ball. That's here with me today. That's Tony Jr. You know, so you know I don't even eat pork, so pork came last.
I only want to cut you off real quick, but hold on. You in violation right now, though.
What's that, good brother?
You have on a Philly. You from New York, but you got on the whole Philly get up and grew up in 5 boroughs and all that.
Since second grade, I was an Eagle fan. You know, something about the underdog. You know, when I was little, you know, it was cats bigger than me. I didn't start growing until I got in high school, started sprouting, started getting faster, right? But I studied the martial arts since second grade.
Oh, so you was, all right. So you was playing sports.
Had a different mindset, yeah, than most of my friends. You know, a lot of my friends, you know, used to call me the Black Chinaman, you know. All the sisters used to be afraid, said, they wanted to talk to me, but they were afraid of me because they said, so serious, you know, he looks mean. I learned, you know, there's a difference in being mean and serious. Those are 2 different things. So they misinterpret my discipline, that I was learning something that you didn't learn at home. You learned discipline at home, but not this type of discipline.
So what made you even want to start martial arts?
Well, as a child, you know, I was a good kid. My mother had 6 children. And when my mom said something to me, I did what I was told I didn't do what I wanted to.
Are you the oldest of the 6?
No, I'm the
or?
knee baby.
Mm.
I'm that middle child that hold down all the children, mother, cousin, aunt, you name it. I'm the municipal building of my family, you know, in which I honor, you know, because I come from caretaking, you know, but sometimes you can caretake so much that you can become blind to your own caretaking.
So what made you want to do martial arts?
Yeah.
Well, when you is an obedient person and someone says they love you, they put their hands on you. So I didn't understand that because you hit me because you don't. Today, as an adult, I know you should have went to counseling and addressed your abuse so you wouldn't abuse, right? But in my era, you speak when spoken to. It was the Jim Crow and the discipline in the South that was taught and raised in the up north to us kids in the city, you know, at home. So speak when spoken to. You could, if I told on you, I'm gonna get beat. I tell her I'm gonna get beat because you're gonna collaborate. He's gonna collaborate and make mom think, oh, that's a lot, right? You feel me? So that went on in our time.
Yeah.
Secrets.
Yeah.
So my secret was, Grandma, I have $40. She said, what for? I want to buy some books. She said, what kind of books? I said, I'm just interested in some books I saw at the book fair I want to buy. She said, I heard my grandpa gave me $40. I went straight to I couldn't wait to get to the book fair. And I bought my first book called Charles Atlas. It was How to Be Strong, how to, you know, because I saw everybody strong, no one bothered. Right? But then I saw a book said Heron 1 and 2 and 3. And I just saw a man, like his hands like that. I went, and it said karate. And I bought that. It's like $20. Then I bought a book said Kung Fu for Young People. You know, and I said, that's for me. I said, those people know karate and Kung Fu. Nobody bothers. Well, those 4 books I bought, today I'm a grandmaster in each form of art.
And what is that?
Well,
What
in
does that
Kung
mean?
Fu, in Chinese Kung Fu, and Wing Chun, I'm a Sibao Gong. I'm a grandmaster in Chinese Kung Fu. My teacher's teacher was Grandmaster Yip Man. Yes, the great Grandmaster Yip Man, the 10th generation.
And that's where the picture.
Yeah, this picture here is me. I'm
can't
my
hear you.
teacher, that uniform I have on, my teacher bought me. Bought for me. That was my first Chinese uniform. I was the youngest Sifu under Grandmaster Moyat. At 19 years old, I became a teacher at 19 years old in Kung Fu. He was the youngest Sifu under Grandmaster Yip Man from Fushan, China. I taught my teacher how to speak English. He helped me. And I learned Cantonese from him because when he taught me, it was only Cantonese he spoke. So I helped him learn to speak English. He would go, Moi Wu. I said, yes, Sifu. He said, what's that you say? I said, what's up? He go, what's up, man? He'll look at you, go, what's up, man?
So you also got a school here in
Norfolk,
Virginia,
yes,
right?
in Collien Park.
Collien
Yes.
Park.
It's called the Total Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu Academy, in which
Hold on, what is it called?
Total Wing Chun Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Oh no, I can't even say it.
Yes.
Don't even
Oh
do it.
man, I can
Don't
barely
even-
talk.
don't
Hey,
even
look,
do it, don't even-
I bet you can't say it either. Go
Me,
ahead.
I'm not even going to.
I speak the language, you know, but, you know, I learned the tradition. I, you know, eat with chopsticks, fight with chopsticks. I'm the Sergeant of Arms of the Chinese Federation. Yes, I'm
So we
the
gonna
only
get-
black on the Federation board.
So we make sure that we actually get more into that. So at the end, who want to sign up, you know, or
Absolutely.
we'll find out
Yes.
more how we
Absolutely.
can how y'all can go down there to sign up for
To
that.
enroll.
So that right there made you. How did you get into the security part element of
Well,
all that?
this here, it was like a Jim Brown movie. It was on a Thursday night in my dojo. My kids' class was just over. My seniors walk in, and this is a night we disarm. We're doing bat disarmament, knife disarmament, gun disarmament. We in Hakamas. We pouring down sweat, and it's thunder and lightning outside. It's about 100 degrees outside. You know how it just started raining out of nowhere, and it whoosh, and it's hitting the driveway. And all of a sudden, we on the floor. The brothers are sweating, and, you know, busted lip a little bit, nosebleed. You know, cats is getting busy. So I walk into my office. I'm sitting down, and all of a sudden you hear, boom, boom. And my Top Gun Khalid, come in. And all of a sudden, his brother Sadiq. Sadiq rest in peace, Muslim. My
Brother
big brother,
Sadiq.
yeah, brother Sadiq. He was from Pittsburgh, light skinned brother. Sadiq, OG was one of my G's, but me and Sadiq was like peanut butter and jelly. You know, you can't be peanut butter and jelly if it's separated. You feel me? So that's how we move. And I never forget. He comes to the dojo and he said, look, brothers, is Sifu here? And he talked like Captain Yusuf Shaw, a very, strong brother. And Sadiq said, he Muslim. He said, his brother's Sifu here? And Khalid said, yes, sir. He said, Sadiq, brother Sadiq. He said, Sifu's in the office. He said, I said, Sadiq, come on in, big brother. He said, brother, I need to talk to you. He come in. I said, what's wrong, Sadiq? He said, there's a situation. Brother Gene Griffin and Bill Underwood, they got this upcoming star. Got the group Guy, and he's the top music producer of the world. But he got to have personal security. And Mr. Griffin wants to meet you, and I told him all about you. I said, Khalid, Ranger, sir, start the Batmobile. So we jump in our vehicle, special vehicle, and we drive down to where Ted's at in the Bronx. See, little bro. That's the first time I meet him. Quiet little guy.
Meet who?
Teddy. I meet Gene and Bill.
Teddy
Riley, famous music.
Because people that don't know,
Right.
Yeah,
who Teddy
famous.
is.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, yo. I think because I'm in Virginia. I'm figuring everybody know the TRs. Okay, but Ted Riley, that's my little brother. I was his bodyguard for over 20-something years.
So Teddy Riley was the first person that you actually
In
learned about?
entertainment world. Started in entertainment world when he first began. Guy.
Mm-hmm.
When Guy and Ted was #1 music producer in the world.
What year was this?
This was 90.
And
90
how old were you?
Me, I was about late 30s, almost 40-something years old,
What?
Yeah. So you start running with Ted. So you was only doing Ted at this time?
At this time, yeah, I was locked down. This is a top music producer from Harlem we talking about, right?
Yeah.
Talking about just for Ted to listen to your music, not even work on your music. You paid him out 25.
25 what?
$1,000
For him to just do what?
just to listen.
Okay.
Okay, now if he decide he gonna mix it, that might be 60, 70,000. If he's gonna master it, you're gonna get 150,000 immediately.
So all this was going on when you started security?
Bro. Yeah. When I came to GNR Production, and first I had to come to the Bronx to meet Teddy and Gene. I didn't know
Who is Gene?
Mr. Griffin, man, my big brother Gene, rest in peace, also a Muslim, one of the most intelligent black entrepreneurs.
So what is he to Ted?
Yeah.
Ted was that was Ted's godfather.
Okay, so that's Ted Godfather.
That's bro.
So you went and met them, and you was so what did they make your job title be?
Well,
like, what did that entail?
Well, first, when I got there, it was a situation.
I mean, can you talk about the situation?
Yeah, but it was some of us. You know how privileged people act.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a privileged person acting up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a high-rise condo. And it was a laundry room, like you go downstairs. Like each floor, the laundry room went downstairs with a certain door you open, you walk down, and some flies and stuff, right? It was laundry.
Mm-hmm.
But my sister, she was pregnant, she had a baby. And I guess she fell asleep and she left the clothes in the dryer. Well, the privilege wrote a sign and threw all the clothes on the floor, and it said, "You niggas don't leave no clothes in the dryer no more." Now, he don't know. You got Kool Moe D on one floor, you got Ted and Gene on another floor, living in this high-rise condo. Some fly shit now. So I get there, and it's the Goomba who wrote the letter, major player. So I checked him and his dog. And the next thing I know, Mr. Griffin said, after I completed the mission of we got understanding, the dude came and apologized to everybody. We had total understanding that, he didn't want no issues. Mr. Griffin said, next time told us to go sit in his living room. We sitting on white Persian rugs, huh? Okay? The rugs whiter than her t-shirt. Okay? Persian. Okay? I didn't even know black people live like this. Huh? Look, we said, we ain't camis, huh? We just finished
So what
work.
did you do though?
I'm going to straighten everything out from with the Goombas to make sure everyone understand that we don't call black people out of their name, and we don't throw clothes on the floor, and they were very nice and cleaned it up really nice.
So once all that, once
that happened, that's when I got hired,
Right.
and I got hired as the head of GNR Production.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was the head of security of GNR Production and Teddy's personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
Wherever he went, I went.
And that was all around New York City.
And all over the world.
All
Over the world.
My first go was to London with Boy George,
Oh yeah,
Billy Ocean,
yeah.
Tina Turner, Tom Jones, Bobby Whitney.
So you just coming into that. How did you feel like?
Right.
Bro, I was working. I had just got out of the military. I'm working for the city where I live in Westchester, White Plains.
Mm.
I get paid every 2 weeks in the city. I started with GNR Production making 4 or 5 every Friday. I said, I'm out of here. I retired from the city the same day I got hired that Thursday. I went to Friday and told them I retired.
Well, how much? So
yeah.
let me ask this: How much you started making out?
But when Gene and Bill, immediately, that's what it was.
No, I mean, how much money you was making?
Oh, a week?
Oh, I mean, period.
I was making a week like $4,500 a week with Gene, right? But then when I got with the artist, game changed a little bit. Yeah, where I learned, Gene is older than me, him and Bill, and they're real businessmen. I don't pretend. When I don't know something, I'll tell you immediately I don't know. But you got a lot of young artists, young producers in the game. That's why they have a publicist to help them learn to stop, you know what I'm saying, and all that foolishness. Make them have some etiquette and discipline. Yeah. Right? And check themselves so they don't wreck themselves when they speak.
So that's what you brought to the table too for Ted, or Ted was already homegrown?
Ted always been a laid back dude. He didn't. Miss Riley did well.
So ain't nobody never tried Ted though?
People wanted to.
Oh, I mean, we know that, but did anybody physically try, or you just?
I'll tell you one situation. Though, and I was very proud of him, right? Because he knew I gave him a look like, you better let this dude play you. Mm-hmm. And Ted got out of that car and walked up to him and said, and gave him a piece of mind and got dead in his face. And I went, yeah. Because I'm sitting in the car like.
Because it was said that Ted can fight because he's from Harlem.
Yeah, but Ted rather do music with you than swing on you.
Yeah, because being from Harlem, because they were saying being from Harlem is about that money. You know what I'm saying? But they were saying, but it's you know what I mean?
If you push come to shove, but I made him one day, I like, you gonna fight him.
How about like, so you know how like now these days you got all the stuff going on with artists with women and all that kind of stuff like that. Did he ever have to go through that since he was like considered that like pretty boy?
I'm gonna tell you this, my brother, never in trouble. See, a lot of bodyguards, they get it caught up. You're supposed to be doing your job.
Right.
You ain't the police. Confidentiality. My job is to hold you down, secure you, and you do this. I know why you shouldn't go out that door. I say we go out this door, you just follow me, don't ask me why. Mm-hmm. Okay? And Ted knew that, his big brother fool. I wasn't a yes man. I'm a professional. I've been to places where he don't have a clue. I'm top gun at what I do, so I need you to pay attention, because I would never lead you somewhere wrong. Mm-hmm. And a lot of artists and producers and stuff, they get in a position and, that's cool. How you know it's cool? Let me make sure it's cool.
Did any artists?
He's never been in trouble for no foolishness.
So you know how like when you said you was with other artists, you seen all these other artists. Mm-hmm. Did they had bodyguards too?
Yeah. Well, everywhere I ended up, when someone called me to work, I ended up being like the main bodyguard on your 6. And
So you was going on other jobs still too. But once
once when I was with Ted, no. And when I left Future, yeah.
So hold on. So
I was with Future for a long time.
Because I heard
help build Future Records.
Okay. Yeah, before we get there. So but I thought you had once like did some stuff with like DMX and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
like
I did. That was after Ted, DMX. I was with DMX for 5 years, Earl.
Wow.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I worked with Pat, Gene, Pat, Mark, and Ben. 2 retired Yonkers police officers. Gene, Pat was from Florida, South Beach. Sheriff and me, soldier, elite soldier.
So how long was it before y'all you started dealing with Ted? And
See, that was the first artist I started with in the industry.
Yeah.
Right? I came in for
Yeah, so
I didn't do no B League stuff.
So when you came in,
absolutely,
you was with Ted, started dealing with other artists, and then y'all came to Virginia?
No. This is how long I've been with Ted, over 20-something years.
God damn.
Right? Let me share with you, right? When I did that with bro on Cape Pot Street in Bronx, we went from New York, then we first went to Atlanta, me and Teddy. And we were gonna get this house where Dominic Wilkins and them live. I live out there outside of Onancock. You see, I know the area, ATL, so I know Meech and them, trust me, right? So we there, and Gene buys a house there. And Ted liked the house, but Ted liked the houses we saw in Virginia. So Gene bought a house in Atlanta, and then me and Teddy came to Virginia Beach, because Ralph Joyner, ex-DEA, he knew about the houses in Virginia Beach. So we met the realtor. We came down, they took us around, and that's when we got the house on Meeting House Road near Purnell and Bruce Smith.
Gotcha.
Okay? You see, this is how long I've been with Ted. So
what made so all right. So when he was already thinking about getting a house here or whatever, right? He already had plans on getting a studio and all that, or all that came after?
No, he had plans on a studio. See, Ted wanted a creative atmosphere where he had peace. You know what I mean? Because me and him used to talk all the time. I said, bro, we stay home, niggas gonna be keep coming to want to come in, because they know, we got to get up out of here.
Yeah.
He said, you're right. And that's when we came to Virginia.
And so that's what I'm saying. So he came with a plan?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how much money my brother gave Virginia Beach when he first came here, when he just did that talent show.
Talk about it.
Virginia Beach made a lot of money just from the people being here.
One time for Virginia Beach. We can get into that though.
Were you at the talent show? Can you talk a little bit about the talent show? Because we hear.
So what made them have this talent show?
Yeah, fact.
Well, what was the whole thing orchestrated with that?
The whole situation with the talent show was Ted wanted to find young, upcoming producers, artists, talent in Virginia.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was the top music producer in the world, right? And definitely at that time. And he came here. That's what I brought Missy, Timbaland, Pharrell, everybody up. Okay? Ted is Mr. Harlem came here and woke up. You know what people thought Teddy was? The police thought Teddy was when we first came here? We were drug dealers. I started laughing and said, did you ever ask the question who we were?
Right.
We were going to win even more when this happened.
So let me tell you. So let me tell you the story, right? When y'all first came, right? I was just like really like coming off the corner.
Okay.
And it was a thing of I was still connected to the guys and them, to the Wolves.
Right.
Right? And it was a whole thing of, yo, it's some New York niggas here. It's New York niggas here. It wasn't even a thing of Teddy Riley and all that. Right. It was straight, it's some New York niggas here. When people heard the New York niggas here, first thing they want to know is who they connected to down here. You know what I mean? To see which because if it's a certain fan they connected to, it's like, man. Right. You know what I mean? But if they just down here on a limb, you know what I mean? Or they wilding. And they would say it was they down here on the limb. Right? So I'm hearing, this and that. And then it came, they into the music.
Mm-hmm.
They into music, but our into music is that's fake. Anybody in there, ain't anybody music? All right, cool. Where the money at? Then it's like, no, it's Teddy Riley. It's Teddy Riley, this and that. So now it's a whole different ball game. Now the Wolves is like, man, we can't get no money from them because, but you got the ones who they still think we can go tie a man up and you can get to a man money. You can get to a man money.
Wow.
Like he gonna get money just sitting around. But then you got some people who just want to get anything.
Right.
So anyway, fast forward the story. It was said, guys, I'm doing their homework. It was said, yo, he got this Kung Fu nigga with him. They said, Kung Fu nigga. They was like, yeah, I'm telling you, man. It said that you got to go through the Kung Fu nigga because and dude catch bullets with his teeth.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, come on, y'all watching too much
Right.
Bruce Leroy shit. Like,
Right.
come on, anybody catching no bullets with his teeth. And they like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, the dude wear tank tops, XYZ, and the whole nine.
Shit.
First time I see him, he got the tank top on. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga catch bullets with his teeth.
No question.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
But
I put a pin in my side just now, yo.
But when I did, finally come across food, it was a thing of me kind of like already knowing you just from just the, when people trying to find out who's who, who around them. You know what I mean? Doing the homework. And and then it came to, yo, man, he's street nigga. Man, niggas around him who they getting it. I'm like, man, no, ain't nobody getting it. I don't know this. No, next thing you know, I'm seeing cars pop up at the studio, this and that. And
seeing the niggas from Philly, DC.
guys them coming through. Then I'm seeing guys them from like Virginia Beach, like Plaza Way and all that. They eating off. I'm like, oh my God.
Something going on.
Okay. So tell me, when all that was going on and they had the talent show, you remember who won the talent show? Do you remember? Pharrell won the talent show?
No, I'm Rump Shaker. I'm the dude in Rump Shaker on the boat when you see a brother with a kufi, the sunglasses, and everybody's dancing and everything, and you see one guy going fire, a rude boy.
So what did Chance win? Because somebody said
Chance is part of Chance was part of the nerds.
No, Chance went with the nerds.
But no, was Chad. I'm on the second thing, right? With the
I'm talking about Chance, MC Chance, Roller.
MC, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did he? Because it said he won a show or something, and then it said Pharrell didn't want it. Man, so many people saying they won the show.
No,
I don't really like.
I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Right, I saw the little drum major cat come in our studio and do Rump Shaker with Lynn from Brooklyn, and he killed it. That's what I know.
And that's who Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell.
And
I saw that.
Did he write Rump Shaker?
Yeah.
He wrote.
He wrote. I think he wrote Teddy's part. I think on the rap lyric.
Mm-hmm. He did the beat too. Didn't he?
Yeah. He did the beat too. Him and Lynn. Lynn died. May he rest in peace. I think Freddie did too. They were from Brooklyn. But I remember when I'll never forget when it all went down. And then Pharrell. That's when he started to grow. After that, and then it was him, Rodney Jerkins. That's their era when they were coming up under Ted. All of those.
It was rumors that Michael Jackson was in Virginia Beach doing a lot of recording. I mean, I was like, man, Michael won't there.
Let me share with you. I had a security player, Mike. My kids call me Uncle SIFU. Don't tell me MJ wasn't at the studio. They done lost their mind. Mike was at the Marriott in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to tell you too much. I had to kill all of you because I'm confidential. Right.
Gotcha.
But Mike loved Ted and Rodney.
Yeah.
When they did that Dangerous album, they were.
Oh yeah, Ted did do. They
did the whole album.
Ted did the whole damn album.
Ted did one half, and Rodney did the other half. Guess what? I was with both of them.
Yeah.
That's why Mike said, SIFU, why are you looking at me that way? And I said, Mike, ooh, baby, I want you back. And I started doing the dance, and he started laughing. He just rugged up, ran up and hugged me. Yeah, in the studio, man, in the parking lot.
One time
MJ
for
himself.
Virginia Beach. One time for Virginia Beach again.
Virginia Beach playing. MJ was here.
Yeah.
That's no lie.
So another story. So I was in Hex, Military Circle Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like I said, I used to go there every weekend. I'm shopping, popping tag. And hit the corner and I see Jay-Z. And it was rumors that Jay-Z was down here bubbling and hustling.
I think.
And I was like, I'm putting it together. And at the time, the girl I was with, I'm like, hey, yo, go get this autograph. Cause I ain't want to go over there and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But ain't never get it, but we ran across each other and I'm like, what's up? This and that. Later on, everybody was saying that he was at the studio.
Yeah.
He was here, but he wasn't here for recording. He's here. He was here for our little brother's wedding.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in the wedding, matter of fact. Right? And Banks here.
Yeah.
He's in the wedding. He's in the wedding. He wasn't here for the music. He was in Markel's wedding, and he was in the wedding, right? Jigga, yeah. And that was really fly, because no one, everyone thought he was here doing music, and we all laughed and said, if they only know. He's here for the wedding, right? And that was big respect. I never forget, after that, one day it was at the Rutgers, and Jay-Z know exactly who I am of the five bros. I'm a 5-star general. So I'm at the Rutgers and I was chilling. I'm with it's me, Swiss, Jada, right? And they in the Ferraris and Lamborghinis, right? And we sitting in the audience, right? And all of a sudden, Jigga coming, the crowd goes crazy. Jigga's coming in, right? And all of a sudden, Jigga go, me, my nephew Brian Green, him from White Plains, he's real fly young soldier, right? He's sitting behind me, and I don't realize he's behind me because he's from White Plains. So he goes, yo, Uncle C, I bear witness, because JC goes, yo, move. Like everybody, like, what's wrong with security? He said, move. My man, my big brother, Fool, is over there, move. And Jay-Z coming and hugged me in the middle of the court, and everybody's like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's how it is. See? I'm not from Google. We from duct tape, huh?
You never get a chance to bodyguard for like Jay or nobody like that, though, right?
I worked with DMX, huh?
Listen.
I need to work with Jay for.
Okay.
I'm ride or die. I'm from the D.
Okay.
Ride or die, you understand? D Block, the R, the Locks, Styles P is my first cousin.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just shout out to Styles P.
Yeah, Jada, she, my young soul. I bodyguarded them, Dragon, Eve, the Locks, all right, and X, X Shadow.
So when y'all was down here though, you was like one of the main reasons, if not the reason, why a lot of things happen from like, why a lot of things couldn't happen.
Right.
Because, you had stopped a lot of situations before it even started. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And you was really like, you was really like into the, like, you was in the streets. You know what I mean? That's when you came to Virginia.
Ain't no faking with the game, man. You from the street. Like, my thing was this. At the studio, I'm in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the street, I'm in the street. Okay? And when I'm in the street, I act like I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
I don't care what I did on stage. When I go in the street, I'm on stage in the street. Okay? And guess what? Respect the code. I respect the street. Right? I come from the city that don't never sleep. So how many cities can tell, and even New York, how to live or move? You feel me? But one thing I learned from being a soldier, heart and mind.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know how to be a soldier.
No.
You know what I mean? Because a real soldier, right, they don't think about being the boss. They already think about, yo, I'm a soldier. I know I'm a soldier.
Right.
That's when you know it's like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like
a leader and a boss is two different things. I'm a leader. Leader, move for his people, move for the divine. And I don't have to be paid to move. See, I'm type of brother, I know this queen, I know y'all. And I come down the street and like, little brother, what's wrong? The old man sit beside man, you know, every time they see me, man, you know, act like they want, come here. Yo, come here.
Mm.
That's how I check it immediately. Because streets respect me. Most of these kids, I know that most of these youth and young people better than their own parents. Because I've been that G. I've been on my own since I was 14, so I know the importance of what's wrong, little bro? Why your face tore up? I know you always be smiling. Why you angry?
Yeah. I heard that. Why Ted name it Future?
Because that's how all his music still, all his songs right now can be played and you want to listen to them. All his songs are all natural music. No tracks, no dats. Okay, all live. And you couldn't be in the studio and couldn't sing, huh? Can't be walking on no mic, act like you can't blow.
Well, let me ask this right here, because I asked the, I always ask the stuff that I want to know, and guys, I'm in Virginia. What happened that you know of between Teddy Riley and Pharrell? Like, because for both of them to be, for Pharrell to come up under Ted, you know what I mean? And you could see the levels of how it all went,
right?
And see that the stuff that Pharrell might have learned from Ted and being around. If they would have had worked together after that, because you don't know nothing to do, you do that, you do Rump Shaker, and then nothing else.
I tell you,
what I mean? It's just
the industry, management, people around them, in their head, in their ear. What I see, politics. So you got someone who is the top music producer, but you got an upcoming top music producer. It's like yin and yang. And one thing I know about both of them, two mild-mannered individuals. Pharrell loved Teddy, and Teddy loved Pharrell. Industry, like social media does and everything, tried to separate us,
So what happened?
Yeah.
What happened was Ted still leads all of them, but Ted and these new kids got that new money.
Yeah, but I want to know. What I'm saying is, what happened once Pharrell, if you know, because you might not know, you know what I mean, or you might not want to tell me,
right?
And that's cool too. But what I'm saying is, when Pharrell, after they did Rump Shaker, you ain't heard no more. Nothing like it was childish. I mean, I can tell you what I heard.
Like
I can tell you the rumors and stuff. Like rumors I heard that it was conflict because Pharrell didn't get paid. He didn't get paid like nothing for real. Like one time I heard he got paid a moped. Then another one I heard he got paid.
Okay.
He got paid some kind of system or something or whatever. And then Pharrell, I guess, took him to court or whatever. I don't know. That's allegedly.
Well, let me share this with you, right?
Allegedly, he took him to court. But then, I don't know what did he win? What did he win?
Right.
Like, what happened?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna put it this way to you, right? I can put confirmation on what you said about not get paid and stuff like that. What I mean, and I can speak for myself. What I've learned from being in this game over 40-something years in the entertainment world, the people that are loyal to a lot of these people are the ones who get fucked. The ones that are unloyal to them and mistreat them, those are the ones they pay attention to. So through them frequencies of music and them spells and words that is thrown at them when signing them papers, all sorts of weird shit be going on, happening. You feel me?
Yeah.
And imagine you never had all this money, all of a sudden you do. Do you really know what to do with it? No, because especially if you're not educated, you're gonna go do the most silly. It's like, who would go put $1 million into a condo when you should have just bought a house?
Or land
young people
or something.
doing that.
So basically, he got screwed.
Right. The industry. It's bottom line. You know, I'm just trying to, you know.
And I'm not taking away, like I'm saying, I'm not taking away, and I ain't trying to clown Ted or none of that, right?
Absolutely.
Because like I always say,
it's just clarification.
you got to be on your business.
Right.
Which peep this right here, because I'm not biased to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I decided to do this YouTube thing, I don't hold no. There's a lot of stuff I do hold, but I ain't biased to nothing. But you got to believe this right here. Pharrell learned the game from Ted,
Absolutely.
and he did some stuff with the Clips whole thing. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna, you know what I mean? I don't do that. You know what I mean?
So I think you understand what I was saying.
So I say that to say, you know, like, you know what I mean? That's the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be ahead of your stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's crazy because what the situation do though is, well, I'm gonna tell you where the fault lie in at though. Right?
Tell us.
This where the fault lie in at. Because you think as my brother, right? Because now you got a lot of artists come in, you don't know that person, you don't got no bond, you got a special bond and none of that, right? So with not having that special bond is, I don't really care. They'll screw you royally, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we got a bond, we brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not even gonna really go hard on looking at the contract. I'm gonna let my guard down some on the contract. So now when I'm going to this lawyer, I'm like, you really explaining, yeah, this is my brother and the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? You going into it with a, you know what I mean, with an open mind of not business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you feeling that's your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now when it happens, now you taking it like,
Damn.
yo, that boy be your brother.
Right.
Right? But you're not understanding when it comes to this business, it ain't no brothers.
No.
There's no such thing. It's just like the streets.
Dog eat dog world. I learned
this right here, right?
Absolutely.
And it comes with everything.
If you don't know the business, don't be in the business.
And it comes with everything.
That's why those books were written. How about the music industry, right? Matter of fact, one of the brothers I know personally, I met in Los Angeles when I was with Ted, right? Who wrote one of the books, and that's right now. Face, right? That's
you know who that is?
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I don't want to say
one time for Pretty Tony, man.
Hell to the no. Tone Macaron was Tony Tony and all that bed when I Tone around. Tone dancing this fool on Fred is still on skates. That was my Tony, I don't want to give him a hug.
Did you start real quick and give him a hug, man?
Oh, be careful with that.
My God. Bro, what's going on?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
You know, listen, man, it's crazy because right now is a situation where like they I scheduled 2 interviews together so they can because all our co-signed together.
Yes.
You know.
Oh man.
How's that family? Everybody good? Alhamdulillah.
So right there now going back, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember seeing Tony at the
Pretty
studio and stuff?
No, I don't remember seeing Pretty Tony at the studio. Tone come talk to me every time he came to the studio. Tone was young and Tone was ambitious.
Yeah.
And he was trying to, be in. I get it, he was there. You know what I mean? And he always came to the studio, like, especially the crew was there, he was there. Right? He'd come to the studio just, you know what I mean? And
did you know that him coming to the studio, right? He was more connected to the streets than he was the streets out of everybody who was in that studio.
Oh, yes, I knew that. He was Pharrell and them were in the street. Pharrell and them were books. And
they'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
Mrs. Williams was my kid's school teacher, so I know.
But I'm going back of actually what I'm saying is remember how I told you it's like during the streets in Virginia Beach. You know what I mean?
Back in that era, it was amazing.
Like it was certain individuals who really controlled like the streets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
And you never ever heard of the Pharrells, the likes of Pharrells and all of them ever being touched, bothered, or any of that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
but nobody never acknowledged that part, and that's another reason why me and you are talking right now, based off even when I said when Ted and them came around here, Ted couldn't be touched and all that because he had that street element that don't nobody talk about.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So I just say
Harlem.
that to say that when you saw Pretty at the studios and all that, he was that street element that actually brought that right there.
Right.
Then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
All my knowledge and all that stuff, everything what's going on and everything then, and me being in the street,
Right.
him being in the studio was like me being in the studio. That's how I knew everything about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my man.
Right.
Right.
Told to tell you, him, like, I said the two, look, watch this, Tone. The two bad nerds, Tone and Shay. Right? Chad and Pharrell were the good kids, right? They wouldn't take chocolate off the banana.
Shout out to Shay, man. But Shay, I love you, boy.
No, Shay, I saw Shay when I was on vacation in
man, Shay
Virginia Beach.
Shay from my hood, Shay from everybody's hood.
Yeah.
Shay is real. Shay, when I say that, Shay real, Shay is really that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no
I'm in Princess Anne when I seen Shay. I never forget. I'm in the block and they all call me Tyson, right? I was like, and DC said, "Yo, Tyson, yo, that dude from Norfolk just threw Little Man on the floor. And Little Man that just came in, he had his gear and stuff on. Big dude, right? He just killed someone in Norfolk." So I looked up, I jumped off the bunk. I said, "Big man, what you doing throwing Little Man on the bunk?" I said, "You don't have a bunk?" I said, "You can't be throwing Little Man. What you gonna do?" Pop, 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 pop. Hold that. Little Man, get up. When I turned around, I didn't know it was Shay. And I went, "Shay, what you doing here, man?" He violated his order of protection with his girl. Remember that show he used to mess with back off a shooting star, right? So look, someone said, that boy got memory, right? Look, so I said, Shay was like, "SIFU." I said, "Man, how long you here?" He said, "I got to be here a month." I said, "I got 2 more." I said, "You good." I said, DC, make sure he good.
You ain't never meet Shampoo, did you?
Which one is Shampoo? I might have seen it. I didn't see his face. No, I don't know Shampoo, but I know Shay.
Oh, Trevor, Shampoo knew you. Shampoo knew her.
I know Pretty Tone. See, everybody, so many kids knew me from Bayside, Tidewater, I know all the Reservoir Dogs, you know what I mean? It's from my area,
The Hooter Band, you knew Shampoo, right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Honeycomb High, all these good places, man, Portsmouth, Yeah, I didn't, but totally tell you, I would pop up anyway. I didn't keep, I leave the studio, go where I decide to go. I go talk to all my youngins.
But tell me this right here, though. Tell me this right here, though, right? I mean, I know just from homework, right? But it was a really, y'all had a plug inside Future. I don't know who the plug was, but it was somebody who was that, that was really in the streets, really in the streets.
You're talking to him.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I knew that. You know what I'm saying?
But this is international, though. I'm not local.
Yeah.
International. I'm all the way in Tokyo, Japan, all that good shit.
Yeah.
I'm Goombas, Rome, Italy. My brother was murdered by the mom.
Yeah, because y'all had it. Y'all had it once upon a time.
My younger brother, yeah.
But it's a question that I want to know. Who burned down Future?
Daddy and me.
Oh.
You said burnt down Future?
Yeah.
I thought you said who built first.
Oh, no.
I thought you said who built first.
I wasn't expecting that.
I thought he said who built Future.
And let's clarify that.
Who birthed Future.
And let's clarify that.
Please. Adrian.
No, watch this.
Adrian, delete that.
I didn't even know about that. Oh, look. Remember who they called, right? Remember they called me and told me afterward.
You what? You was around Teddy?
I wasn't around when they burned the studio down.
Who Bang was around him?
Yeah, Hootie Bang was with him. Grandmaster, there was no violations going on in Future when I was in Virginia. Period. I don't care what side of town it was.
Shoot, anybody hear you right now, Hootie Bang? You want to talk now? We're from the side.
Did you move back from Virginia?
See, after I did them 90 days Virginia, I'm from New York.
Right.
I ain't never been in trouble in my life, in jail, none of that. I'm from New York. I come all the way to Virginia to go to jail for 3 months, 90 days.
Oh, no, you
That's
can't do
what,
it.
for defending myself.
Yeah, that's what happens in
Oh,
Virginia.
it goes down in Virginia.
police
on
dog
vacation,
and the
leave on
officer
probation.
both had to get repaired. But they thought I was, and we ran a clubhouse on Virginia Beach Boulevard.
Who?
Me and my crew. That's who.
You with Dog and them?
Ronald.
You
Rick.
with the Dog?
Ronald got Jamaica.
What?
But the pool said Ronald. How you think Ronald got going?
Oh, he go back now.
Wow.
Look, hold on. Drew.
Listen.
Okay. Jerry on Newtown Road.
So-
who told?
So,
Oh, God damn.
Stuff for love.
listen.
On, I keep telling you, y'all playing with me.
So it was a time. It was a time. It was a time when when
who ran the clubhouse? Though?
the clubhouse was jumping on Jimmy's Boulevard, right?
Everybody came to the clubhouse.
And Rob, right before Rob had got it, Norfolk State was jumping, and they had is everything going? Oh, did you waiting on them? I mean, you know him at the camera. Oh, okay, all right.
You got to say something. You got to say something. You got to say something. But listen.
What is you doing?
Shoot, wait, ask him start shooting.
Listen.
Shoot him. Shoot him now. I know he got the thing on him, but shoot him now. He look dangerous. I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, yo, who
One of my
this dude?
people.
Wait a minute, SIFU, stop.
Oh,
Stop.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell the word. Ain't nobody
Let me tell the word.
supposed to be here.
Yeah, we already know that. But we got to tell us. I mean, well, I already know we're good because you here anyway. You know what I mean? But I'm ready to tell you, hey, you need to go see what's going on. What's up, baby? All right. Shoot, and he got the scrap on the side, too. I'm sitting there like, yo, nigga got the joint. He got the scrap. Oh, I know, but start shooting now. He got the gun right there. We don't need to open the door or nothing. No, we don't need to greet you. Hey, how you doing? No, shoot. We get all the we'll figure it all out later. You know what I'm saying?
Who the man work it out later?
But no man, but damn. Fool man, listen. But that was the time though, man, like Clubhouse.
Okay.
So they had their work at this, they had to work at the time. They had to sit on Smash. They had it. I wasn't dealing with Dog at the time, right? Because the one I was dealing with, I started dealing with, he had a ponytail, right? It was one of the ones, and then was Dog.
yeah, that's his brother.
True story, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was dealing with my cousins and them who was dealing with Dog and them. I can't say their name. But I'm getting it from them. Dog ended up finding out I was the one who was moving to work. So I'm in the club one night. He come over, give me his number. Man, I started getting it. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, I'm dealing with him in 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, I'm dealing with him. In them 2 weeks period, this on everything. I probably made about $300,000-$400,000 in 2 weeks dealing with him. Nigga went to jail. Feds came and scooped all of them up.
What's his cousin?
All of them up. And scoop and look, pick Virginia niggas up. Look, when I saw them getting picked up, and I just started dealing with, I ain't gonna lie, I think I owed them a couple dollars too. Like, listen, on the way you at, if you locked up, I send you a couple dollars. Not much. You can get something though. But listen, man, I wish he didn't go to prison at the time. But all of them went down, and a couple of Virginia guys went down with him too.
Yeah, cousin told.
Who cousin?
Fat nigga, Jerry.
That was his cousin.
Yeah.
He had a ponytail too.
Yeah.
He had the little
fat
one.
That's the nigga
that was his
told.
cousin.
He told on Ronald and him.
But this is the thing.
Rich is a lawyer now.
But this is the thing. Them niggas was so, I ain't know how dangerous it was. As a matter of fact, I give you all the money I owe you. Because this is what I heard. Listen, no, real talk. Listen though. Listen, real talk. The niggas and them was going to court. And the motherfucker, people tried to break them out of, listen, you're going to court. Somebody tried to break the niggas out
Stop.
Wait.
In Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia, Ronald, that's how he got back to Jamaica.
They broke him out. Yeah.
It was a Celica. Yeah.
This real talk. This some real, no, listen. This is what I heard. At the time that he confirming this shit, you know what I mean? Like, I told you this some evil shit.
This happened in Richmond.
Oh, y'all need to look that shit up. Like, word, that's...
he just had to go to the doctors. He was a little sick, he was sick, he had to go to the doctor.
So how much time Dog was still locked up though, right?
Dog is now an attorney.
What?
He went to law school while he was locked up. He's a lawyer now.
And he home?
Yeah. Ronald won't become Ronald. Ronald had to do time in Jamaica and here because of the violation across, the country. How he got caught was top was flying and the pool said Ronald.
Mm. But dog, listen, you're attorney now and all that. I ain't giving you $2,500. You can send me
Oh,
some.
shit, you
Send me
changed your
some.
mind?
Yeah, I changed my mind. You doing good. I thought you was locked up. You ain't locked up. You probably doing better than
That
me.
was my those brothers. Two Jamaican. They Jamaican. Gunfire, rude boys.
Hold on. Hold on. So he got out on what? How did he get out?
Oh, he did his time.
Mm.
He did what time?
He did time, fed time.
Yeah, they had life, didn't he?
Oh, not dog.
I didn't.
Ronald did. His
Gotcha.
brother, the oldest one. That's the one with the 600. Greg. That was the first time I ever saw the big
dudes,
600.
Man. It was some good
right?
dudes, man.
I took him out smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth as ivory. Drew, Rasta, Celica.
Yeah.
Right? Ronald. Just had to go to the hospital. Some funny shit happened on the light and drop plates and, wasn't catching the Celicas, and
So
Ronald went back to Jamaica.
So before we get out of here though, fool. So tell me, when y'all left Future, it was said Ted had went to Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, Ted and Cali, this and that. Future burnt down, all that, Cause did you go to Cali when he went to Cali?
Cali was 2 players with Teddy in Cali. Wait Popeyes for a year.
I understand that. What you mean?
I'll tell you again. It was 2 soldiers that went with Teddy Riley to California, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we were grinding. And we ate Popeyes for a year.
Damn.
Okay? That's me and my brother Hootie Bang. Right? And this to show you the difference in loyalty. We could have walked. We could have demanded. We could have became ruthless. But that's little bro. So, ain't never, people always say, fool, he didn't do you right. I said, yeah, my sister didn't do me right. My brother didn't do me right. I said, guess what? I'm doing right, though. Right? And I still forgive him, still love him, right? Because guess what? What do I look like hurting my little brother?
All right, well, let me ask you this. What do you mean by, all right, so was he in a position to do you right and didn't do you right, or he wasn't in a position?
No, he wasn't in a position to do right. He was trying to regain what he lost from, a lot of cats Ted did a lot of stuff for in the game, right, who didn't pay him.
Yeah.
And a lot of, it's like I said, man, I learned that it's in that game, period.
Yeah.
And I don't care how clean you play it. Every time you get interest in those big bags, become a victim of that situation.
Yeah.
And that's the politics of that game. It's just like playing with the government. I'm a soldier. You give me a lawful order, that's what I carry out. Guard everything within limits, fit my post when properly relieved. That's a discipline.
So when so what happened, at the end of, because like you say, that's your brother. Always be your brother no matter what. Brothers go through things and the whole nine. But what happened, what made you say, man, I gotta step away and go live my life or do other things that, live your dream with being the Grandmaster and all that? What made you feel that, this is my time to actually go? And do you regret making that decision?
No, I don't regret whatsoever. See, entrepreneurship means voyage. French word. No one told me the voyages were going to be all smooth sailing. Some I may have to pull the port, and of course I got a dent in the ship. I got a hole in the ship. I got to repair it, right? And then get back on my voyage. So it's like different seasons. You got, friends. But listen with that word friend, word end. So you don't know when that day could end, right? But family, that's supposed to be. Well, I came in this game and met Ted. I didn't know he was a Libra. I'm a Libra. He's October 8th. I'm October 19th. My youngest daughter, a neurologist, is October 9th. My oldest son is the 21st, right? A Libra, September. See, a Libra's in the house. So, and balance. So, one thing I know about this young man that was born talented. He never took a piano lesson in his life.
Yeah, but my whole thing is, what made you step away and leave?
Well, it was time. It was time. See, I'm older.
Because I heard though, I heard that just the streets and all that.
Right.
I heard you got fired.
Hold on, I'll make you laugh. I like that part. I was fired more than people were hired. Because I wasn't a yes man. You see? That's how, I'm going to share something with you. This is how busy the industry is, the streets is, but the devil listens to you all the time. God knows what you're thinking, so he don't listen to you. He already know what you're up to. He going to see if you're going to do what he said. So the devil always listens. So it was time for me to move on because I'm caretaking. You can be caretaking so much till you blind yourself.
Like you said, you sitting there eating Popeyes and all that stuff.
So it came a time, I walked over to my brother, I said, yo, Hoot. He said, what? I'm out of here. And he looked at me like, what do you mean you out of here? I said, my shorty downstairs, bringing it, help me, I need you right now, get the muscles in gear, grab this shit, and let's go put in this Suburban. So I'm on my way to my shorty's crib out, and it's time for me to get my life where I want to be.
Yeah.
Because what I do and what you see on that picture, Michael Jordan on that floor. Everybody want to be like Mike. You feel me? So when I'm on that floor, I'm really being myself.
Yeah. So let me say this before we go, right? Everything that transpired like in the past, because normally when somebody say, man, finally like to step away, and you stepped away at your own terms, you don't got no regrets of anything that happened or
Nah, man. It's like that's why you go through things so you can grow. See, I'm a tree of life. Allah has blessed me to be, and many fruit done fell. All my toppings, all the kids I touched in the community, lawyers, are doing great things in life. Not sitting in no jail. One of my students I touched as a child named Gray. He's a Homeland Security. He trained all the Malawas for DC CIA.
Hey,
stuff like that.
You know what? Another rumor. It just hit me because now a whole lot of stuff just hit my head real quick before we get out of here, right? Would you ever on stage with like NWA and all them, and got to fight and all that?
I'm what's the little dude on Bushwick Bill?
Yeah.
Right, Rex and Effects was on stage, and Bushwick Bill used to like to run up on the stage, like on somebody else's stage, and so. Gene, I'm the head of security. Mr. Griffin and Bill pay me a lot of money, and they know Fool gonna do his job. So, and we got $1 million. You don't supposed to be on our stage, right? So I said, little man, could you come over here? And before I knew it, I ain't gonna lie. I done field goal kicked him dead in the middle of the audience in midair. I kicked him so hard, everyone said, yo, Fool, Ted said, Teddy was jam, Teddy went, oh shit, right? Because I done field goal kick Bushwick Bill when my van is outside, right? And he said, yo, that MF kicked me.
Didn't y'all get rumbling didn't y'all get rumbling like with some Boston dudes and all that stuff?
Oh man, that was Rough Rider, man. We up in Beantown, man. It's a beautiful tour, man. It's Cash Money Rough Rider tour, man, off the chain. Earl doing it so well. The promoters ain't even got the money up. Earl done already paid all the artists out of his own pocket. That's how well the tour was going. So we just did DC to Mount Fabulous, right? I'm in the cage with X, and we coming over to people. People got the little lighters lit. And they,
Me sound like X.
right. That's what his wife said too, Shatira. But listen, right,
Everybody in New York, everybody from New York
Right.
sound like X.
They don't got the bloodline. They ain't from the bloodline. Though they from the R. You see when we get that's the R.
Yeah.
Right? They ain't from that. They don't got the katana on them. You know, it's a cause. I'm the one to teach all that to them. Right? So, but Earl, right? When we would come on that stage, right, and the people like, we hear him growling like, where he at? They don't even see us up in the sky, in the jail cell. It's like a cage, right? And when we'd come down and it land on the thing, and he got Boomer with him, and I'm in there with him. He said, yo, kick the side of the gate, bust open, and I walk out with Boomer, and also he said, what's my motherfucking name? Yeah.
What was he? Was he really smoking a lot of like drugs?
Well, when I was with Earl, you know, had an addiction, but that's why I was hired to be with him. And people who wanted to make him addicted was so-called, you know, these so-called associates. They weren't friends. And a lot of them ended up, you know, a little broken up. You know,
it was said that you was you know.
I was beating them up. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. But you know,
I wasn't selling no drugs to him when I was with him.
And that's what I heard though. That's the reason why you was fired, because he wouldn't want to
Bingo.
Yeah.
Because
you know,
why I wasn't a yes man, and what Shatira wanted, what D wanted, and Y wanted, my little brothers and elder side. Guess what? That's what was done.
But then when you see him later on, he like wanted to hire you back because he wanted.
Well, let me share with you, right? Earl was totally clean. Yeah, I was so proud of him. I happened to see him on Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, and I heard somebody, Professor. I said, oh, what's up, man? He said, I need to talk to you. I said, what's wrong? He said, going on the tour, album almost done, but I need you. He said, you're fucking crazy, man. You don't say yeah, you know, and I know you're going to get on me. I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to call you Monday. So I said, we embrace. Well, that Monday, I get a call. It's not Earl. It's my cousin Styles P. Earl used to always joke me and Styles when we was on the road on the tour, said,
Denver beat Philly. I'm sorry to cut you off. Denver beat Philly, though. Yeah. Denver
I'm
beat
trying
Philly.
to stay on this mic.
And cut you off. Rest in peace, DMX.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My brother.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying about Earl, though, right? Earl was another person. He an imam of rap.
And when you saying Earl, you saying DMX.
That's right.
You know, a lot of people
I know his
saying
real
that.
name.
Yeah.
Right? But when we would come on that stage, and Anita and Abita and all that, and then he get to the end and start that poem, that was God speaking through him to everyone. You know, to watch a young man that came from the street, from nothing, and had so much to say. A lot of people don't know Earl had a center built and a church built for his godmother, who he called his godmother, who, when his mother put him in the street, threw him out. This lady was on the church, took him in. So he had a whole church and center built. Knocked him out, paid cash, and it's there today. Okay, you know, I know the humanitarian things. Like a lot of these cats do nothing but take. Every time Earl, we would see somebody, yo, Professor, what's wrong? Give him the. So, I mean, $1,000 he just gave somebody that just sitting there and had no food and nothing. And they looking at us. I remember one Christmas I watched him give $1,000, like over. He had $10,000 extra money. He said, Professor, we gonna give some money if they look like they gonna have a good Christmas. Giving each one of them $1,000.
Yeah,
and he wasn't high.
One more time for X, man. One more time for X.
That was just his heart. Man.
But yeah, man. But before we get out of here, man, you know, again, you open up, you know, you got the school in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Right. Where is the school at?
It's on Colley Avenue in Park. You know, Total Wing Chun Jiu Jitsu Academy.
I cannot say that.
You know, it's for the. It's not just to teach. It's to teach our people the importance of health, mind, body, and spirit. It's for everyone. It's no certain color can come to our school. Anyone can come to our school and study. Right. It's a place of enlightenment.
How do they sign up? How do they what?
Well, we have the TWCRJ, Total Wing Chun Jiu Jitsu. That's our website, you know,
Yeah,
our site. They can go on, right? And once they go on that, it tell you what
I
we're
put it at the
about,
bottom
who
of the
we
screen.
are, and everything. We teach children, we teach women. Once I get here for good, because I'm moving here, I'm gonna be teaching seniors. A lot of our seniors and our grandmothers and mothers ended up with Parkinson and dementia. It comes from a lack of nitrogen and oxygen getting to their brain. Qigong is something that's not Kung Fu, it's longevity, prosperity, and healing, strengthening the 5 major internal organs.
Okay.
So you see how I'm talking? This is, my people, the shift has happened. It's only the strong will survive, so those who are worthy of this knowledge will seek this knowledge.
So what make you come to Norfolk, Virginia instead of doing it in White Plains or New York or something like
Well,
that?
I
Virginia?
had a school in White Plains, New York, over 20-something years. I've been an instructor since I was 19 years old, hold 8 different degrees in the martial arts. I started in 2nd grade, and I got involved for cause, not B cause. And each system I mastered, and I'm studying a whole new system called Bolintawa, which is a form of knife fighting, a screamer, by a very high level, because I teach combative. You know, I teach my disciples the thorn only harms those who try to steal upon the blossom. You know, you've never seen a rose attack anyone, but you've seen many people attack a rose, and what made you let go of the thorn.
Yeah. So where can people find you at? Like somebody want to contact you or go to the school? Like,
Well, you can go to the school, you know, mosque, or you can just go to the street and say, "No, Professor, say Fo," and they say, "Oh, what you want to know about?"
Right.
Because I know my people's going to check you in a heartbeat. My youngins love me, you know, and you won't get away with, you know, asking them no questions because they're going to question you. Why you asking so much about SIFU?
Fact.
So before we leave, man, you know, on the convo, everything I've been through, man, like with this lesson to legacy thing, because that's what it's all about, man. Like, you know, I can go on forever, you know, all my lessons and, you know, what I want a legacy to be. Before we go, tell me, we already know the lessons and all that. What you want your legacy to be?
And, you know, I want people to know that I loved my people. Black is an essence, not a color to me. I can create any color. That's what we are. I'm Messiah. I'm Messiah is black. We've been told all this false doctrine all these years, right? A Messiah ain't never been the Beatles with blue eyes. Feel me? I know what it says in the Ethiopian Bible. I know what it says. I can read them intelligent. I don't. So if I say to you, we know this is a soda, but I say to all of you in this room, this is a donkey. Who's the ass? You feel me? So it's important that my people know who we are. See, that's who I am. I want my legacy. I want them to know that his brother always wanted to make sure the community was fine. See, communities raise children. I'm a real dad. I'm a real grandpa. I love my children. You know, and I put my kids before me.
One time for SIFU, baby. And on that, we out.
We out, chill. That was good.
Hey, I need to take this picture of us.
All right.